Why? Ask how. Howard, the humongous. John Kerry did something this week that radically discredited him, that made it very difficult to believe that he has a sound mind. He said that Edward Snowden should come home to the USA, that he should man up and face the American justice system. What justice system? America has an injustice system. The Constitution guarantees a right to a speedy trial. It guarantees that you will not be the victim of cruel and unusual punishment. Bradley Manning, who is an American citizen, was thrown into jail and not given a speedy trial. His trial came approximately 3.5 years after he was jailed. He was treated to cruel and unusual punishment. He was kept in isolation for approximately 3 years. Isolation is a shrieking horror. Isolation is a torture beyond belief. I can tell you that from personal experience because I was stuck in the bed right next to me for 15 years in isolation. Other people were not allowed to be in the room. I had a problem with my stress handling system that just produced outrageous amounts of stress when a person even walked in or when somebody tried to turn a newspaper page next to me. The point is, in that state of total isolation, pains came creeping out. They come creeping out of your own interior, and they take you over in ways you've never imagined before. And you are tortured by your very own psyche, by your very own body. That's what we inflicted on Bradley Manning. So to say that Edward Snowden should come back to the United States and man up, that he should be treated like Bradley Manning, that he should be treated in an unconstitutional manner, is outrageous. It is crazy. It shows a failure to recognize the realities of the world in which John Kerry is now playing international games. But that's not the worst of it. We are being judged internationally by our actions, not by our words. In the case of John Kerry, our actions toward Bradley Manning made what John Kerry was saying about Edward Snowden ridiculous, because it showed that we are torturers, which we have to stop, by the way, and that we cannot produce a speedy trial, something we have to correct, by the way. But something else produced a signal to the world in the last 2 to 3 months. One of the primary objectives of President Barack Obama is nuclear non-proliferation, not allowing nuclear weapons to go any further than they already are, not to allow any states to become nuclear states that were not nuclear states 10 years ago. There is a problem. We are judged by our actions, not by our words. And we made deals with 2 nations that if they got rid of their nuclear weapons, we would protect them. One of those nations was Libya, where Muammar Gaddafi, a monster, did something magnificent. Apparently monsters can do magnificent things. He got rid of all of his nuclear weapons in exchange for a guarantee of his safety. And in the Arab Spring, did we follow through on the promises that we had made? No. Perhaps we should not have kept Muammar Gaddafi in power or used our force to try. But the fact is, we gave a signal that if you are a nation and give up your nuclear weapons, we will not protect you. We will not follow up on our part of the deal. There was a second country with which we made a nuclear arrangement, a disarmament arrangement in the early 1990s. It's called the Ukraine. And in exchange for the Ukraine's denial, release, purging of its nuclear weapons, we, the United States and Russia, promised the Ukraine that we would protect its sovereignty. Have we done that in the last 3 or 4 months? No. Another nation that had signed on to that agreement broke the deal and invaded the Ukraine. What is the message? John Kerry's message is he's an idiot. An earnest, hard-working idiot. And the message of our treatment of those who have given up their nuclear weapons is You must retain your nuclear weapons, or you will be toppled, shot, or carved to pieces. Actions are what we're judged by. This is Howard the Humongous speaking to you from the future. It's your job and my job to make, or want to know why, ask how. And now for that irritating little off button. I found it.